Let's make picks for week 3. Hopes and dreams, like Eli said. Chargers, Steelers. I think the Steelers have a little comeback down to earth this week. I am going with the Chargers. Everybody be sure to put in your picks in the chat, by the way, as we're talking about these. I got the Chargers over the Steelers. I think that this is going to be Justin Fields' toughest test this season, even though the season's very early. I think it's going to be a tough test for Fields. It is in Pittsburgh. This would be an impressive win for the Steelers, but I think it's going to be low scoring. I think Justin Herbert, he's kind of not been the story in LA so far this season. It's been all about Harbaugh and the defense and J.K. Dobbins. I think Justin Herbert reminds everybody that he's pretty dang good in this game. And the Chargers beat the Steelers. Low scoring game, 16-13. Chargers over the Steelers. Texans, Vikings in Minnesota. I think this will be tough. I think this will be a tough test for Houston because Minnesota's got momentum. Like I said, they got a good defense. Sam Darnold's playing well. At the end of the day, I still trust C.J. Stroud more than I trust Sam Darnold, even as well as Darnold's played. I think the Vikings keep it close, but the Texans get the win 26-20 over the Vikings. And I hope I'm wrong. I would love for the Vikings to win this game, but I think it's going to be the Texans. Eagles, Saints. You know what? I'm going with the Saints. I'm going with the Saints because it's in New Orleans. I think those people in New Orleans, those fans are a little more fired up than they expected to be because I don't even think they expected Derek Carr and the Saints to be as good as they have been so far. I think that that dome is going to be loud. Derek Carr is like a different dude through these first 2 weeks. Eagles without A.J. Brown, and more than anything for the Eagles, on the road, coming off of a demoralizing loss to the Falcons. A game where they thought they had it in their hand, and it was taken by Kirk Cousins at the end. I think the Eagles, that's the kind of loss that can linger for a little while. I think the Saints beat the Eagles. We're doing score predictions. I'll say Saints 28, Eagles 17. 28-17 Saints. Broncos, Bucks. I think the Bucks just keep this thing on rolling. It's in Tampa Bay. Appreciate Nathan, who said this is his favorite Titans podcast. Thank you very much. Broncos, Bucks. I got the Bucks. It's in Tampa Bay. The Bucks have looked phenomenal. Baker has been great. The Broncos are struggling. I don't think they've got a good roster. Bo Nix is it's going to take time. I am going with the Bucks to beat the Broncos and get to 3-0. Giants, Browns. Then Cleveland coming off of an ugly win. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to take the Giants. I'm going to take the Giants because there's always something weird that happens. Everybody's going to pick the Browns to win this game. I'm going with the Giants. I think that it'll be ugly as sin, but I think Daniel Jones can outplay Deshaun Watson. So I think big day from Malik Neighbors. I'm going Giants 17, Browns 14. How about Bears, Colts? In Indianapolis. Colts looking for their first win of the year. Bears looking to get back on track. I'm going to go with the Bears. I think that the Colts defense, with Caleb Williams struggling to find his way early, the Bears are going to need to run the ball. And good for them. They're playing the Colts, who have the worst run defense in the league. I think Caleb will have a little more success. I mean, you got to think. Caleb starts the year against the Titans and then the Texans. And now he's got the Colts. This is by far the worst defense that Caleb has had to play so far this year. So I think he'll find a little more success with DJ Moore and Rome Odunze. I'm going to say the Bears win this one 24-10. I'm going to say they win it by a couple scores. All right. Panthers, Raiders. Give me the Raiders. I think just Everything about the Panthers screams dumpster fire right now. I think Gardner Minshew and the Raiders will have a field day, and I'm going to say they beat the Panthers 21-7. That game is in Las Vegas, by the way, so yeah. Andy Dalton's season debut. Dolphins, Seahawks. I'm going to have to go with the Seahawks. In Seattle, you've got probably, I guess, Skylar Thompson getting the start for Miami against a tough Seattle Mike McDonald defense. I got to believe that the Seahawks are going to get to 3-0 because the Dolphins, I mean, that's tough when your quarterback goes down the way theirs did. So I'm going to go Seahawks 23, Dolphins 20. I think it's going to be one of those things where the Seahawks are up 23-13, and then the Dolphins get a late touchdown, have to kick the onside kick, and the Seahawks get it back to seal the game. Getting very specific on you there. Ravens, Cowboys. To me, this is two teams desperate for a win. Dallas coming off of getting their butts kicked by the Saints. The Ravens are unexpectedly 2-0. I think the Ravens get a win here. I think the Ravens beat the Cowboys, even though it's in Dallas. I got the Ravens. I think that I trust Lamar more than I trust Dak. I trust Harbaugh more than I trust McCarthy. I trust the Ravens defense more than I trust the Cowboys. And I think the Cowboys are going to have some soul searching to do after this one. I think the Ravens win it 27-20. Whole lot of 20s in here. Lions, Cardinals. Listen, if Arizona wins this one, it's time to start paying attention. I'm going to go with Detroit. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be down to the wire. Lions 34, Cardinals 31. I just think the Lions have a better roster than the Cardinals, even though I think Kyler's going to play great again. I got the Lions 34-31. 49ers, Rams. I'm going to have to go with the Niners. The Rams just have too many injuries. They have a lot of guys out. They're the most injured team in the league. I think the 49ers will take advantage of that and beat them pretty convincingly. I think I'm going to go 49ers 31, Rams 17. I just think that the Rams are going to struggle. Chiefs, Falcons. This is Sunday Night Football in Atlanta. Falcons with a lot of momentum. The Chiefs 2-0. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I just think that, man, I don't know, though. Atlanta's got a good defense. Mahomes could struggle. I'm going to go Chiefs. I'm not going to overthink it. I'll go Chiefs. Chiefs 23, Falcons 20. Let's say the Chiefs win a close one. Monday Night Football, the Commanders and the Bengals. I think this is where the Bengals get it on track. I think the Bengals win this game in Cincinnati, 31-21 over the Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels will put in another good performance, but ultimately I think Joe Burrow will return to form and the Bengals will do what they need to do to get into the win column this week on Monday Night Football in Cincinnati. And then also on Monday night, it's a doubleheader. We got the Jags and the Bills in Buffalo. I got the Bills beating the Jags. I think that the Bills are rolling. The Jags have issues. And on the road in Buffalo, I just think Josh Allen's going to go off. And the Bills win this one 34-21. 34-21 Bills. And to close us out, we have got Titans Packers in Nashville. Let me get a sip of my drink. Okay. Been a disappointing 2 weeks. Malik Willis is coming to town. The Titans defense is going to have to stop Josh Jacobs. And I think they will. The Tennessee Titans cannot let Malik Willis throw on them. And I don't think they will. Will Levis has got to stop doing stupid things. And against my better judgment, I think he will stop doing it. I think he'll stop doing stupid things. I don't think he'll do anything too great on Sunday, but I think it'll be acceptable. The Titans have to feel the urgency. If you're the Titans, you've got to be ticked off with the way you lost those first 2 games. Take it out on the Packers. In your own home stadium, there's going to be a lot of Green Bay Packers fans. Send them home with a loss. I got the Titans 20, the Packers 17. I'm going to say it's down to the wire. Titans are going to need their defense to make a stand, and they will, and the Titans win at 20-17 to calm everybody down for a little bit. You cannot lose. Let me repeat right into the mic so that you can hear me loud and by God clear. You cannot lose this game because it would be a disaster, the likes of which we have not seen. This is a potential season destroyer if you lose to the Green Bay Packers led by Malik Willis in your home stadium, and I will be here on Monday absolutely throwing stuff and maybe even punching stuff if you do not win this game somehow, some way. Thanks for joining me, everybody.